I can't even.
We're probably
I've listened to this song.
it just makes you reflect on
Oh my
that
God.
day. I am sure we're going to be close to wrapping up here, but was there anything you wanted to finish off to say when you came to when it came to the 2 hours you were processing from making the decision of, oh, I would never want to do this ever again, to 2 hours later, I want to do this again? What was that thought process like?
So my thought process after all this happened was trying to comprehend what I went through and seeing the effect it had on another human being, which made it real.
Like, oh shit, this is not just, in my head.
No,
This is something deeper than that.
this is real. When your energy affects another human being by touch, how do you explain that?
You can't. It's unlike anything you've ever learned before.
I've never learned it, never experienced it. I've heard of things like that, but how can somebody else feel the pain and fear that you have in your body? So that really affected me in a positive way because it made it all real. Because that's a physical thing, and I could see it. And for another grown man to be experiencing what I experienced, and whether it was 40 years of it, what it was, but he experienced what I experienced in that moment, and I knew that there was still some more left in me. So that's when I kind of reversed what I had originally said. And trust me, I don't want to do it. I want to
You're
do
not like,
it.
I can't wait to do it.
No, I'm not excited to do it again.
It's almost like you feel like you have to.
Almost like I feel like I have to. And it's still scary to me because everything is different. You're never going to do it, and it's going to be. So my guy told me, he goes, it's not what you want, it's what you need. So whatever I experienced and whatever you experienced is not what we wanted to experience. It's what we needed to experience to move forward.
Absolutely.
And throughout the rest of that day, I don't want it to sound cold and heartless, but I didn't feel anything anymore. Like, I didn't feel sad. I didn't feel upset. I didn't feel nervous. It was like the weirdest feeling I could describe to you. Like, up until that point, like I was like, I didn't care whether I lived or died. Now I just was like, kind of in this neutral state of not wanting to feel that, or I didn't feel that need anymore to like not be around. And it was definitely, I, I, I can't describe it as well as it needs to be described, because it's one of the things you really have to experience in order to be able to understand fully what we're saying. Because I could sit here and sing the song all day long, but until you actually experience it, it's just like anything else in life. Until your mindset's going to be completely different when you go through this. It saved my life.
And
And
how long after that experience did you just decide to be sober? Did it
a
take
month,
months? A month?
a month.
It took a month of processing that when you were like, okay. Do you
I
think, would you contribute that to help being your sobriety?
Yes, I would. I think that it changed my mindset enough to realize that I was doing nobody any good.
Mm,
So I didn't have any other resort. If I didn't do that, I don't think I'd be sitting here talking to you right now. That was
wow.
that was how bad it was. Like, that was I never thought in my life that I would ever sit here and admit to somebody that that's how close you come to not existing anymore.
Just goes to show how far you've come.
This last year, even though I've lost a lot, is like undescribable, the accomplishments, because I don't personally feel like I've accomplished a ton, but then I go around and I see, like, I'm nobody. I'm just a guy. I don't have big support system, not super rich, don't have endless ability to do things that you can do with lots of money. So when I say this, for example, like, you go on and just watch any interview with a celebrity or some rich and powerful person that has a substance abuse problem, and how I mean, these people have unlimited wealth, unlimited resources, and they're sitting there going, "This is my greatest accomplishment in life. I stopped doing drugs or I stopped drinking." And that makes me think, like, I'm not them. I don't have influence. I don't have power. I don't have money. It doesn't feel like I accomplished something that they're talking about.
Hmm.
It just feels like another day. So, but at the same point, hearing other people describe it, because I don't think I'm special. I don't think I'm stronger than anybody. I think that we're just different.
Hmm.
So for me to do this stuff on my own is, I don't know. I don't have an explanation for it. But when you see influential, powerful, rich people sit here and say some of the hardest things in life were to stop drinking or stop doing drugs, you're like, fuck, man. These people have unlimited resources, unlimited time, money. They can do whatever they want. And they're sitting here singing about how hard it was for them to stop. And I'm sitting here, some random guy. Like, I did it all on my own. Like,
That's awesome. And maybe you never need to go back and do DMT. Maybe it's a different type of substance. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But there's plenty of other options. There's iboga, which is an African tree bark.
well, so this, it's funny that you mentioned this, because I had spoke to this guide for years before this treatment, and he described to me all the other ones you're explaining now. And the funniest thing, it was, I couldn't stop laughing. He goes, man, he goes, I'll give you one thing. He goes, you're a crazy motherfucker. I go, what do you mean? He goes, well, you didn't just do a psilocybin treatment. You went to the most powerful psychedelic
Yeah, in the world.
in the world. And I was like, you asshole. I said, are you serious? I was pissed. I'm like,
There's
oh,
other DMTs too. There's NN-DMT. There's 5-HMO-DMT. There's so many different types of molecule variations, but 5-MeO is regarded as the most powerful.
yeah, they call it the God molecule.
Yep.
So I'm like,
And psilocybin is one molecule away from 5-MeO-DMT.
is it?
Psilocybin is very powerful for plant medicine as well, especially if you macrodose it. But again, I think it's like you have to eat over your body weight to overdose. So there's substances that are very high tolerance, meaning you can't get addicted or overdose off them easily. They're almost considered anti-addictive, because if you take them daily, they won't make as impact. It's like you build a tolerance up to drinking or weed or anything. You build a tolerance up to psychedelics faster than anything. I used to have a once a month rule, because if I tripped any sooner than a month, I wouldn't feel it.
Yeah.
And so that's the beauty of it. They're not here. It's hard to get addicted, and I still got addicted to them, because you can get addicted to anything. And if you're addicted to something, it's probably because it's not a defect, but something in your character that makes you addicted, whether it's due to trauma or a lot of variables, like you were saying.
Yeah, I think addiction, I mean, you could be addicted to fucking picking up trash.
Yep. Hey, it could be considered a good addiction.
There's definitely good addictions. There's definitely bad addictions. I agree with you 100%. I think going to the gym could be an addiction.
Yep. That could be a bad addiction.
It could be a bad addiction too.
Anorexic.
Yep.
Body dysmorphia.
I think there's a lot to addiction. And I think
We could talk hours about it.
I think chemical addiction for us as people is, they're very present, because
Social media addiction.
yeah, it's just, there's too much information for us to process. So we just kind of lump ourselves into a group of people and say, oh, well, this is working for them, so let's, go hop on, I don't know, so like, say you're addicted to TikTok.
Right.
Everybody else is around me doing it. It doesn't mean it's okay. Same as drinking like that. I don't know why I picked drinking, especially to lose my friend to drinking and then to go right down the fucking path that he did. It just blows my mind.
It is kind of ironic.
Yeah. And but yeah, my guide was awesome.
This goes to show how horrendous drinking is and how horrendous alcohol can be. I wonder why they call it spirits. Some people say it's a spirit,
yeah,
a demon trying to possess you, trying to influence you to do negative things.
Well, I can tell you from personal experience that nothing good comes from drinking. Nothing. I don't have a negative outlook on people that drink. I go to the bar with a friend. I don't have the urge to drink. But I can see how it can grab you and continue to be a roller coaster because it's just so available. Like, why is that available? And I'm not saying make it illegal. Like I said, I don't have a negative opinion of alcohol towards other people. I'm not going to be a smart ass and be like, oh yeah, I can go drink. I could probably go drink and be fine. It's not what I want to do. It's not like, oh, I want to go to the bar and get drunk today. Because like I said, I was never a drinker, never a drug addict. Never into that where it was like, I need to do this because that's like my daily fix of good times, because I can have enough good times without doing drugs or drinking that, like, honestly, drugs and drinking to me, all it was just to hide the pain. It wasn't fun. So even to this day, like, weed is now legal and everybody's like, man, you should smoke weed. I'm like, dude, I don't want to. Like, I don't have that urge. Like, it does nothing for me. Like, I get high and I'm like a fruitcake. I'm just sitting there like drooling on myself. That's not appealing. Like,
Yeah.
I like to think and like be clear-minded. If I were ever to smoke weed, it would just be to sleep,
Yeah.
because my sleep has been affected by trauma in the past. And but as far as like to cope throughout the day, I found that there's nothing we can do other than to like face what we face it. Sounds cliche, sounds whatever, but like,
Simple as that, though.
yeah,
It's not easy.
it's
but
not.
it's simple.
It's not. It's simple. It is simple, and it's not easy. None of this is easy. Taking the step to even being able to find the person to guide you through a psilocybin treatment, a DMT treatment, ayahuasca treatment, whatever other psychedelics out there. But I truly believe,
Peyote, iboga.
yep, Iboga's huge. I believe that these drugs were put on Earth for medicinal purposes, and they do exactly what they do. And there's a reason that the government makes them illegal.
It's almost like they don't want us to heal.
They definitely don't want you to heal because there's no money in healing.
But I'd be surprised if you didn't have like 100 more insightful, amazing stories. But due to the cold, I am going to be ending it off soon here. Is there one last thing you want to share with the rest of the world?
There
message.
is. If anybody watches this and just a little bit resonates with you, I can promise you one thing. It is not going to be easy, but if you put yourself in a position where you do not want to be the person that you've been under a substance or under your circumstance, there's no sugarcoating it. You're going to have to face your fear, face your demons. And realistically, in my opinion, I think that's the only way. Because you can't move forward unless, like, just like, I don't know if we spoke about it earlier, but fear and pain are two very strong emotions, and they can paralyze you for life. And if you don't try to grab those by the horns and fight them, what's the point? Because you're just going to be stuck. And yes, you're gonna have days where you're just like, what am I doing? But in the end, whether it's God or whatever, I'm grateful that I had the privilege to experience the 5-MeO DMT and get to where I'm at in life, where I don't need to have a substance in my body to feel normal. And I don't know what it is. But yeah, my I guess my point is, you have to work at this. Like, you have to be able to say, I got to do this, and it's not easy.
Put the foot down. Flip the switch.
It's flipping the switch. But what I can tell you is that it is 1,000% possible for you to overcome addictions without the standard society has put on you to think that you need to go to AA meetings, you need to do this, you need to get on Suboxone for heroin or whatever.
Go to rehab, detox,
yes,
XYZ.
You can do this all on your own and be absolutely fine. And I'm new to this, so this is, me talking from a place of just my experience. experience, but it's worth the effort, and it's hard.
Well, that is still, regardless of it being hard, a very empowering perspective to just be giving people hope that they can do it on their own, that they can overcome. As you know, it's probably 10 times harder doing it on your own, but it's possible.
1,000%.
That's
Don't think that
beautiful.
it's not possible. Like,
You can do anything you set your mind to.
yeah, like I said, I'm nobody, and the fact that I can do this myself, and I don't have any family to help me. This is just literally me. I've had friends and people in my life that have guided me to places to reflect and do all sorts of things that I need to personally do to get
But you're
myself.
the one who did the work.
There's nobody else that's going to do it for you. Drugs don't do it. Rehabs don't do it. If you go to rehab, you need to put in the effort to find.
Nonetheless, no matter what path you
matter
go up, you
what.
got to do the work.
Yep, that's the bottom line. You can do it, 1,000%. I hope everybody that watches this, it has a positive impact on your life, because I would never be sitting out here on a lake,
On a frozen lake.
on a frozen lake, talking about something that originally I didn't believe in. I didn't believe in the addiction thing. I didn't believe it would ever happen to me. Here I am. So that's what I hope everybody takes something positive away from this that changes your life, in whether it be a very small way or huge way. This is possible. You can do it. You're just gonna have to suck it up, Buttercup.
That is a fantastic way to leave this off. I hope one day maybe I have you back on and finish some of your amazing stories. I know you got tons more. But thank you again
Absolutely.
so much for taking the time, man, even in the freezing cold.
Love it.
This was brutal, but it was worth it.